Hello and welcome back to Speak Healthy. In today's video, we're going to provide you with some simple hacks to help you reverse and manage your type 2 diabetes. Type 2. Diabetes is a global epidemic that affects millions of people worldwide. The International Diabetes Federation reports that 537 million adults are currently living with type 2 diabetes, with an additional 541 million individuals classified as pre-diabetic. These staggering numbers highlight the urgent need to address and manage this condition, which is largely influenced by insulin resistance. Insulin resistance occurs when the body's cells become less responsive to insulin, a hormone that regulates blood sugar levels. This condition is a major contributor to the development of type 2 diabetes and prediabetes. Unlike some other health conditions, type 2 diabetes is not purely genetic. It is largely a consequence of dietary and lifestyle choices. This video explores the relationship between diet and type 2 diabetes, debunks common myths, and offers practical, easy-to-implement hacks to help manage and potentially reverse the condition. If it's your first time at Speak Healthy, please be sure to subscribe to our channel for more health-related content to improve your overall well-being. The nature of insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. To understand how dietary choices impact type 2 diabetes, it is essential to grasp the basics of insulin resistance. Insulin resistance exists on a spectrum. At one end, individuals are healthy with no signs of insulin resistance. As insulin resistance increases, a person moves into the pre-diabetic range, and at the extreme end, they develop type 2 diabetes. Glucose, the body's primary energy source, is derived from the foods we eat, particularly starches like bread, pasta, and rice, and sugars, such as those found in fruits and sweets. When we consume these foods, they break down into glucose, raising blood sugar levels. In response, the pancreas releases insulin to help cells absorb the glucose for energy. However, frequent and large spikes in blood glucose can lead to the body becoming less responsive to insulin, necessitating the production of even more insulin to achieve the same effect. Over time, this leads to higher and higher levels of glucose in the blood, contributing to the development of type 2 diabetes. Debunking myths about type 2 diabetes. One common myth is that type 2 diabetes is purely genetic. This misconception can lead to a sense of helplessness among those diagnosed with the condition. However, evidence suggests otherwise. For instance, type 2 diabetes was once known as adult-onset diabetes because it primarily affected adults. Today, even children as young as 5 years old are being diagnosed, indicating that changes in diet and lifestyle, rather than genetics, are significant contributors. Scientific studies also show that identical twins who share the same DNA do not always both develop type 2 diabetes if one does. This further underscores the role of environmental and lifestyle factors. Most compellingly, numerous studies have demonstrated that changes in diet can lead to the remission of type 2 diabetes, proving that the condition can be managed and even reversed with the right approach. Practical hacks for managing type 2 diabetes. Managing type 2 diabetes does not require extreme dietary restrictions or expensive supplements. Instead, it involves making simple, practical changes to how you eat. Here are 4 key hacks to help manage blood glucose levels effectively. Have a savory breakfast. Instead of starting your day with a sweet breakfast that can cause a glucose spike, opt for a savory option. For example, choose eggs with a little sea salt or a ham sandwich over toast with jam and orange juice. This can help keep your glucose levels more stable throughout the day. Add vinegar before meals. Consuming a small amount of vinegar before meals can help reduce glucose spikes. Vinegar slows down the rate at which your stomach empties, leading to a more gradual release of glucose into the bloodstream. Start meals with vegetables. Begin your lunch or dinner with a vegetable starter. Vegetables are high in fiber, which can help slow the absorption of glucose. This simple step can significantly impact your overall glucose levels. Take a 10-minute walk after meals. Physical activity helps to lower blood glucose levels. A short walk after a meal can help your muscles use some of the glucose from your meal, thereby reducing the overall spike in blood sugar levels. The science behind dietary changes. Research supports the effectiveness of these simple hacks. A 2021 review on the efficacy and safety of low and very low carbohydrate diets for type 2 diabetes, remission found that over 57% of participants experienced diabetes remission within 6 months. This study, among others, has led organizations like the American Diabetes Association to endorse diets that minimize glucose spikes as an effective strategy for managing and reversing type 2 diabetes. In addition to the core hacks, understanding the role of insulin and glucose in the body is crucial. Insulin is a hormone produced by the pancreas that allows cells to absorb glucose from the bloodstream and use it for energy. When you consume foods high in carbohydrates, such as bread, pasta, rice, and sugary snacks, your blood glucose levels rise. In response, your pancreas releases insulin to help transport the glucose into your cells. However, when you regularly consume high amounts of these foods, it leads to frequent and significant spikes in blood glucose levels. Over time, your cells become less responsive to insulin, a condition known as insulin resistance. As insulin resistance progresses, your pancreas must produce more and more insulin to achieve the same effect, leading to chronically high insulin levels. This cycle can continue for years, eventually resulting in type 2 diabetes, where your pancreas can no longer keep up with the demand for insulin and your blood glucose levels remain elevated. Real-world success stories. Many individuals have successfully managed and even reversed their type 2 diabetes by implementing these hacks. Testimonials from people who have followed these simple guidelines highlight significant improvements in their health. For instance, one individual with type 2 diabetes and celiac disease noticed dramatic results within just 4 days of starting the hacks. Their HbA1c level, a measure of blood sugar control over time, dropped from 9.6 to 4.7 within 4 months, and they lost 25 kilograms in the process. Another individual reported reduced blood sugar levels post-meals, decreased insulin needs, improved mood, and increased energy levels. These success stories underscore the potential for significant health improvements through relatively simple dietary changes. By focusing on practical, sustainable adjustments rather than extreme diets, individuals can make meaningful progress in managing their condition. Type 2 diabetes is a manageable and potentially reversible condition. By understanding the role of insulin resistance and making simple, practical changes to your diet, you can significantly impact your health. These hacks do not require drastic lifestyle changes or expensive supplements. Instead, they focus on easy-to-implement strategies that help stabilize blood glucose levels and reduce insulin resistance. Remember, managing type 2 diabetes is not about eliminating all carbs or living a life of deprivation. It's about making informed choices that support your body's natural ability to regulate blood sugar. With the right knowledge and tools, you have the power to take control of your health and live a full, vibrant life. Adopting a healthier lifestyle involves more than just dietary changes. Regular physical activity, adequate sleep, and stress management are also crucial components of a holistic approach to managing type 2 diabetes. Exercise helps improve insulin sensitivity, making it easier for your cells to absorb glucose from the bloodstream. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise per week, such as brisk walking, cycling, or swimming. Sleep is another critical factor in managing diabetes. Poor sleep can affect hormone levels, including insulin, and contribute to insulin resistance. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night to support overall health. Stress management is also essential, as chronic stress can lead to elevated blood sugar levels. Techniques such as mindfulness meditation, yoga, and deep breathing exercises can help reduce stress and improve overall well-being. By integrating these lifestyle changes with the dietary hacks outlined earlier, you can create a comprehensive plan to manage and potentially reverse type 2 diabetes. Remember, the journey to better health is a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient with yourself, celebrate small victories, and seek support from healthcare professionals, family, and friends. And that wraps up our video for today. Hopefully, we helped to encourage your journey along the path to fight diabetes and combat insulin resistance. Please don't forget to subscribe to Speak Healthy for more content like this. Thank you, and we hope to see you next time.